This morning, as we continue to take a look at strange addictions, we're talking about women with the bad habit of being attracted to bad boys. Why do some women who are looking for Mr. Right go after Mr. Wrong again and again?
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Make no mistake, some women love bad boys.
Is there someone here?
Romantic rogues come in all shapes and sizes, rock stars, surgeons, poets, even world leaders. Experts say they all have one thing in common.
The bad boy lives on the edge. He's edgier, he's racier, he's got a real charisma, and they know how to be so charming because they know how to get their way and how to get women to respond to them.
Rebel, rebel, how could they know? Hot tramp, I love you so.
Some women simply can't get enough, hooked on the rush of loving dangerous men. Like 33-year-old Melinda Tyson.
It's definitely the excitement, being with someone who's daring, who's risky, and it's the energy, that you get, and adrenaline that you get from dating a bad boy.
It's a heartache.
Melinda says her past boyfriends were perfect. Perfect for her and perfect for the other girlfriends.
My thought is that, well, I can be the better woman for him. I could do what she's not doing and do this and do that.
You better shape up, 'cause I need a man.
I think it's the nurturing instinct that gets triggered for women who really believe that they, with their love and patience and understanding, can bring out the good and the wonderful qualities that they see in the guy.
Baby, I'm a bad man.
Some women feel they need the challenge of taming men who misbehave, fueling a cycle of attraction.
No one ever really comes out and says, I want to date that bad guy. But inside, it's like, there's just something about him that just draws you. I don't know what it is, like a magnetic pull.
Often leading to disaster.
And he was just Mr. Perfect all the way. And then one day his wife called me and she said, what are you doing with my husband? And I was like, excuse me, husband, what?
Dr. Carole Lieberman is author of Bad Boys, Why We Love Them, How to Live with Them, and When to Leave Them. Dr. Lieberman, good to see you. Is this a case of smart women making foolish choices, or is it really an addiction?
You actually can say that it's an addiction because most women dabble or experiment with bad boys, just like people experiment with drugs. But there are a lot of women, an increasing number of women, who actually become addicted to the high, to the pursuit, the high drama pursuit of the boy, of the man, and also the high of feeling, even though it may be for fleeting moments, that man who nobody else could get, he's been a troublemaker for lots of other people, and you have managed to capture his heart at least for a few moments. And then there's the crash, just like with drugs, the craving, the high, and the crash. And
are these women who just crave drama in their lives? In other words, they get easily bored, so they want kind of the emotional roller coaster?
That's part of it, but it actually goes deeper. I call these women hooked on heartbreak. And that reflects the fact that what they're doing is they have a repetition compulsion. They have the compulsion to repeat a family drama. When little girls are between the ages of 2 to 7 approximately, they try to get their father away from their mother. And in most cases, this is a normal phase, and it works out where the father actually makes the little girl feel as though she still is attractive, lovable. It's just that obviously he's not attainable. But for fathers who are absent, who are too seductive with the girl, who are abusive, there are all different kinds of fathers who can have dysfunctional relationships with their daughter. And in those cases, the little girls grow up to be women who want to keep repeating this pattern but making it come out with a happier ending.
So how do you figure out, what are the warning signs? Because bad boys just aren't, riding Harley Davidsons,
right,
and even necessarily having bad habits. They could just be creepy narcissists, right?
Yes, that's one type. In fact, all bad boys to some degree have that sense of, it's about me. That's what women don't get. they have all this fun, or temporarily have all this fun in the pursuit and the temporary high, but really what they don't get, they see the wounded little boy inside.
And they have these rescue fantasies.
And they have rescue fantasies, and what they don't get is really the man knows to get out sooner than the woman. The woman will hang in there until she's really brokenhearted, and the man will either leave or he will do behaviors that'll make the woman push him away. So he protects himself, he protects his heart a lot better than the women do, who just go in it to the end. And it's because of this repetition compulsion, because in a sense you can never keep repeating the same behavior and have it come out with a different ending.
Can these people be fixed, the men?
Yes, the men can be fixed and the women can be fixed.
But not by women necessarily. They have to be fixed by themselves, don't they?
Well, but what has to happen is that both of these people, men are wounded by their mothers just like little girls or women are wounded by their fathers. And what has to happen is that they each have to realize that what they're doing is trying to avoid intimacy. And they need to approach each other and recognize what the behaviors are that are the purpose of these behaviors is to push the other person away. And they have to recognize that and work together to resolve that if that's what they want to do, if they want to really have a relationship.
Or if you want less drama, find a woman who has a healthy relationship with her father and a man who has a healthy relationship with his mother.
That's it.
All right, now that we've settled that, Carole Lieberman, thanks so much for coming by.